Hi Capricorn, is Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have another cool reading, Capricorn, and we hope you guys are all well. We do. And yeah, tomorrow is the eclipse, the second eclipse of the year, and it is in Aries. So, this is going to be about kind of yourself, and kind of, right? It depends on what house, but it is really, Aries is about the self. So this can be about your appearance, how you assert yourself in life, what you don't want for yourself anymore, just things like that, and much more. But it is about the self, and this is going to be the eclipse will be about something, how yourself is related to one of the 12 houses. And tomorrow I will be covering that in my other reading, my other channel. I will pin that video link to the top of the comments, and they're getting better, you guys. Yeah, they definitely are. And I will be covering, as I said, the horoscope for all the signs and how the eclipse will affect you guys. Yeah, I'm making them just less technical, and you guys a little bit more listener friendly. Yeah, for all the astrology fans, right? So getting back to this, Capricorn, we have Triumph in this reading. It's Dionysus and Ariadne. So this is the World card. They call it Triumph because if you make it here, you have grown, you've matured, you've gone through the tough journey, which is the major arcana is really a journey. And so something ends here, because to have this after the Triumph, with this Triumph, something ends. We do have the Night of the Soul, so somebody suffered here. Yeah, they did. And but when you have when you go through the Night of the Soul, it's never a suffering if you have learned, if you have understood your divinity, right? And this guy learned because he did. But yeah, we have the Ace of Coins reversed, Capricorn. It talks about an elusive success. It talks about a desire to reap the fruits of your labor. Somebody's done something here. I feel like they ended a cycle in their life or a chapter in order to have a new beginning with you. It's elusive. They don't have it yet. It's eluding them, right? Yeah, they don't have it yet with you. No, they don't. And they probably suffered to realize here that you're special or something like that. And let's have a look at the Triumph card. Yeah, let's see what it says. And this is Princess Ari, expansion, success, travel, and closure. Yeah, I said a cycle ends with the World card. Yeah, and so it can be travel. Yeah, I do forget to kind of mention that, the World card. So this is travel and expansion, definitely. It's getting a wish. Sometimes a wish comes true, a major wish, like a lifetime wish, right? The love of your life, or you finally got your, a career in something you maybe studied for, you put a lot into it. Success, travel, closure. Okay. Princess Ariadne helped Theseus slay the Minotaur by teaching him to use a golden thread as a path within the labyrinth where the Minotaur lived. Interesting. Ariadne thought they would live together forever, but Theseus abandoned her upon the island of Naxos. Bereft as she was, Ariadne did not know she was fated for a greater love, Dionysus, god of divine intoxication. Yeah, it's like the god of wine. So somebody here realizes, Capricorn, that you are their divine wish and that you are a greater love than somebody else. I'm pretty sure here, because we have life is dialectic, and this is somebody who realizes that life is a mystery. Like, wow, and it's kind of like in Sagittarius' reading, but it was a different card. So let's see what else we have. And he loved Ariadne for her passionate bravery and loyalty. That sounds like a Sagittarian, right? Yeah. In my opinion, it could be Aries, brave, anybody really, but yeah, now a goddess by me. It could be you guys. Of course, it's your reading, right? For sure. Capricorns I feel like they are, what's the word? Courageous, at least about their career, right? 10th house of ambition and authority, right? So we have now a goddess by marriage. Yeah, because he was a god, right? Not Theseus, but Naxos. She went on to live in blissful triumph with her immortal husband. So somebody thinks you're like a past life partner, Capricorn. It really could be that. And, it's interesting how, how she was left behind and now she found somebody better. So that really could be happening. Maybe you were left behind and now you are finding somebody better. It could, right? Yeah, and right on, right? But this is still elusive, and life as dialectic is here. And let's have a look at that briefly. And that is harmony exists in friction. Yeah, this is a duality. As in the case of the bow and the lyre, the bow is called life, right? You pull the bow, but works for death. Or you pull the bow, and so it does work for death, right? It kills or hurts, right, when it hits the other person or animal or whatever. And this is interesting. It is necessary to accept to live all the phases of life. To climb the highest peaks means descending into the deepest pits. Confusion is part of life. Only the dead are never confused because they're terribly bored with their life. Yeah, and certainty, but their certainty has no value. No, because we have to live pain, joy and pain in this life to really live, to truly live, right? If you never cried in your life, I don't think there's a soul on this earth who never cried, but it would be tragic, right? And it would be unnatural. Confusion is much more valuable. It shows you're still alive and you're still growing, that there are possibilities. Accept confusion. Yeah, only intelligent people can allow themselves to be confused. So this says kind of, chill out, right? It really does, but it's talking about somebody accepting the ebbs and flows of life and understanding they needed to end something. It's a number 954. It's a completion, and this Dionysus here is triumph, and that is a closure. Yeah, it is. We have the night of the soul. That's a closure, right? Yeah, we don't mean the night of the soul singer or soul sister or soul food dinner. No, we don't. The night of the soul is a terrible thing that most people have gone through in their life. Yeah, I know I have, right? Yeah, and maybe more than once. Yeah, and that's yeah, but hey, you learn after that. You do. It's definitely the school of hard knocks. Yeah, it is. And the man discovers, and this man's drowning this man, right? And so man discovers in the world only what he already has inside himself, but he needs the world to discover it. Of course. This is why you kind of, maybe, suggest to your kids, or, hey, you used to be good at that, or, you know what I mean? Something like that. That's one example. To discover it, action and suffering are necessary. This is true. So, to discover really anything that is really kind of, big or very important here, there's always suffering. But this is definitely the night of the soul is suffering and action. So let's see what they say. One day Farid, a mystic Sufi, right, met a man down at the river who said to him, I feel you are enveloped by a divine aura. You seem absolutely ecstatic while I am so unhappy. And yet I don't feel any desire to look for the divine. What must I do? Like, in other words, he knows he's unhappy, but he's still not seeking the divine, right? Yeah, he knows he's unhappy. And he knows people who have understand their divinity here are happy, right? He knows that. How can I create that desire to understand, understand my divinity? And, Farid looked at the man and said, come bathe with me. Perhaps while you are in the water, the answer will be given. The man was a bit surprised, but followed him. When the man immersed himself in the water, Farid jumped on him and held him under. The man began beating about, struggling with all his force. But Farid was very big and strong, while the other man was small. But when your life is at stake, you succeed in freeing yourself. And this man yelled, What are you doing? I only wanted to know how to reawaken the desire in my heart to look for the divine. And you tried to kill me. Farid answered to the man, Tell me, when I held you under water and you were drowning, what thoughts were in your head? The man replied, My life was in danger. I wanted to get out of the river. But it wasn't a thought, it was my whole being. Try to simply understand the entire context of this world. If you feel it is similar to a dark, cloudy night that is destroying you, jump out of it. The real question is not how to look for the truth. God, the true realization is to understand that where you think life is, life does not exist at all, only death. That's really interesting. So this is about somebody who kind of went through a major awakening, right? And But when he felt like he was going to die, that's basically it. Yeah. So somebody went through the night of the soul, Capricorn, and we tried to help him out, right? We tried to bring him I don't know, a hamburger, right? Or a drink, right? Let's see what we have. Let's see what we got. And we have this card here. We have unlikely. Okay, so something is unlikely here. But this unlikely situation here talks about is that something ends here. Somebody awakened here, but they suffered. And when they awakened, maybe it was you or your person, they realized that we have to suffer in life because that's when we wake up to things, because life is dialectic, talks about that, right? So somebody wants a new beginning with you. It's very elusive for now for this, but they're going to show up for you, Capricorn. I feel like they are. And now we have not the right time. So Capricorn, that's kind of interesting, but I don't know who that's about. I feel like that is about somebody else or something else. Yeah, and it's also possible with this kind of the Night of the Soul, card here. Somebody suffered because they know that something else in their life is wrong, and they want this new beginning with you, with the Triumph card, the World card, and so they really want this. Yeah. So let's get into it, Capricorn, and we're gonna have a few shuffles. We are, not sniffles, all right? And you guys will get mad here if I start, sniffling. See what we got for Capricorn. And I hope you guys are well. Capricorn, if you'd like a psychic reading, you may always get one. I'm accurate. I'm a silver grad. And they're lots of fun. If you don't know somebody, trust somebody, understand, or, you just met them. It's really good to get one. And then we do the tarot spread at the end. So now it's, more insight for you, different type, and they're lots of fun and personal, usually on the phone. You can get a video if you like. And also, Capricorn, you can get a tarot spread unto itself. And Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading for you. Let's see what we got. The bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. And yeah, somebody suffered here because they realized they love you. It's just kind of like that. Yeah, and there's some type of closure over here going on for that person. And remember, this card, right, is about somebody who got left behind or leaves somebody behind for a greater love. Yeah. And so that's interesting. And they might have not, the Night of the Soul can creep up on you, for sure. It usually does. You think your life's going okay, or maybe, it's not bad or something like that. And they were talking about that. They're talking about people who live boring lives because they never truly live. Right? And they just kind of, oh, it's okay. I'll just accept, the humdrum here. And they don't have courage. No. But in this reading, somebody has the courage and they wake up here after they suffered. Yeah, they did. And they went to the School of Hard Knocks big time, Capricorn. Yeah. We had to take them out in a straitjacket. I feel like we did. Let's see what we got. So we have Judgment already. And Judgment is an awakening. And this Night of the Soul is an awakening, but this it's a hard one, right? Almost like a purification. It's a difficult awakening. Yeah, it is. And so somebody knows they need to cleanse all those just negativity and lower vibrational energies, right? So in the reading, Capricorn, the King of Swords is reversed here, and somebody already made a decision. They want, I was going to say sex with you. They want success with you, right? And maybe they want us to have sex, right? I don't know about that part. And and so the King of Swords is reversed. He already made the decision. Here's a naked people. Maybe that's why I thought about sex, right? So here they are, and they were awakened here by the angel, because he woke them up, and they're being reborn, right? He's like, you can get out of your coffins now and go live your new life. And that is, interesting how this is Judgment. This is 20, and now we have Triumph, and this is the World card, closing cycles. So here's a rebirth here. Something gets left behind, and somebody awakened here. And, and with that awakening, they did suffer. I feel like they did. Okay, so now the King of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, could be. But, and we have Judgment, might be a Scorpio, and, it could be anybody, because these are, sometimes only energies, and sometimes they're people. We know all that, right? Now, the King of Wands sits in why it's all happening. Maybe your person is Aries, Leo, or Sag. Here's Aries down here as the Fool. And then the Empress shows up as Taurus or Libra, right? Now, the Queen of Wands is here too. And so there's like passion in this reading, right? Because we see the King and the Queen of Wands, and we see the Empress. So somebody's passionate about you. Yeah. And yeah, just like the angel, Capricorn. The angel came, blew the horn, said, get undressed, right? Oh, just kidding. So, let's get a card on that, judgment, right? So judgment too, it sits in the challenge. Somebody might want forgiveness from you. Well, from you. They suffered. They went through the night of the soul. They realized that this happened for a reason. Life is dialectic. They're like, oh, I was supposed to suffer so I could realize I love Capricorn. It's something like that. All right. So let's see what else we have. And and so here we have, let's see what else we have, Capricorn. Let's get a card on judgment. Let's see what we have for judgment, please, for Capricorn, please. And the Two of Swords shows up. The Two of Swords this is like, I have to have this rebirth with Capricorn. I had an awakening. I can't ignore it. And basically these cards both are about, like, I can't ignore this anymore. This guy almost got drowned. He almost drowned, right? He's not going to ignore it now. He's a big dummy guy here, but, he learned. And then life is dialectic is about somebody who learned too. They just learned in a hard way on some level. And let's see what else we have. Thank you. And we'll get another card. The King of Swords reversed in the overall energy. And we have it with the Six of Pentacles. Somebody wants... The Six is a recognition of you and how wonderful you are, Capricorn. Six of Pentacles, they recognize you as, right, with this awakening, the night of the soul. And, they had an awakening. They recognize you as like a suffering type of one. And they want give and take. But this is a recognition. And in this reading, it looks like it's a recognition that you are their other half, right? You're their right arm, right? And so here's the Two of Cups here. It's definitely about their other half. And so is Dionysus and Ariadne. Yeah, he looks like a cute guy too. I'm not really into the long hair on that, but it looks like a cute guy. We have the King of Wands. And it's showing up with the Seven of Pentacles. And so this is somebody who is... Capricorn, you or them, but somebody who is wondering how it's going to turn out. Yeah. Remember, judgment is a decision too, isn't it? Yeah, and here's the King of Swords reversed, excuse me, which is a past tense like decision. Now, this can be a King of Swords who's the one who had the Night of the Soul. Right? Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, definitely, right? And I don't mean Night of the Soul like Filet of Soul. You guys know what that is? Right? Petrali's soul. No, I don't. See, we got Nine of Wands sits in the recent past. And it's the Wounded Warrior with the Empress. She's here twice. See, somebody knows here. And this 9 is like, I'm plugging forward to have Capricorn. I'm plugging forward. I got the courage. And he already has a bandage. So that means he's resilient and he's going for this. And he's completing a cycle too. Something else goes away here, especially with that Night of the Soul, right? Now, the Empress is with it, and this is a passionate beauty or somebody very passionate. Somebody recognizes that you are. Yeah. It was on one really difficult night, Capricorn. Yeah, where they couldn't sleep and, maybe they tried to jump off the Empire State Building, right? Because it looks really uncomfortable with that life is dialectic and the Night of the Soul. Now we have Six of Swords, and this is a transition and a change. It's also a recognition that I need change, that I need to be where Capricorn is with the Queen of Wands, right? And so we have the Fool with the King of Cups in the near future and sits there. This is a brand new adventure. This is like, I'm doing this. I have the courage. I want this with Capricorn. This looks so fun and adventurous and like expansive. And I'm just going to take a risk or a leap of faith. I'm going to do this. And we have with it the Four of Wands reversed. And so, this here is this is what ends here. Whatever that is in this reading, something goes away. We have life is dialectic, that's a completion. We have the Nine of Wands is a completion. The Night of the Soul is definitely a completion and an ending, right? It sure is. And that ending is what refers to unlikely and not the right time. It's just like, this is not my person, like, or something else this isn't the right time for this. And it's interesting when we say that, because in these readings, we do talk about past lives, and you can talk about a future life with somebody. I'm sure past life partners that are here on earth think that they, could be together in the next life. I'm sure that dawns on them, right? Now, let's see what else we have. The Four of Wands we have it in the reverse, in the root. Like, this is like is this in the root? Where was I putting? No, it's here. Yeah, I'm here now. Right? Four of Wands reversed with the Four of Wands. This is the concerning message. Something's like an ending over here, or something's not stable, or something's not wanted anymore. And these are marriage cards. And then we have the Four of Wands in the upright. So somebody wants something like to marry you, or to celebrate, or both, right? Marriage is definitely a celebration. But something else goes away, right? As I said. And so let's see what else we have. We have the Empress in the root, in the environment. It can be a psyche. I mean, it can, right? Because this is the emotional or the psychological, right? Or, environment, not just, on the couch at home. So here's the Empress with the Two of Wands, and somebody chose you as their life partner because he's holding the globe. Yeah. He's holding the globe. And he already chose. It's a two. Twos are choices, usually. And this Two of Swords with Judgment says, I kind of have no choice but to make this choice, this decision. Because this person feels like you are like the best here, Capricorn. Triumph, right? When she realized that she got left by Theseus, and Naxos comes along and says, oh, you're wonderful. And he was a better love. Right? She loved him even more, and he protected her, right? So it's like something better comes along. Seven of Wands, and someone better, kind of, in this reading, yeah. And the Star, and we're going to cover her. This is somebody who is fighting for a new beginning, or resisting somebody else. There was a lot of introspection here with the Seven here, Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles here. And in the potential outcome sits the Six of Pentacles. It sits in the overall energy, Capricorn. And now we have the High Priestess with it. Somebody's trusting their intuition all the way. Like, they know here because they had this awakening. Remember, Judgment and the Night of the Soul. And it's interesting about the awakening with the Night of the Soul, because, you almost die, right? you could be... You can't eat and you can't sleep, or however it affected anybody out there, but you can really be suffering, right? And you could even feel a fever, and you could feel sick, or like you're going to die. And the Night of the Soul can really do that. And let's see what else we have. And we have the Five of Wands. Yeah, somebody's fighting for this, and they're trusting their intuition. Like, I'm going to fight for this. And that's why we have the Ace of Coins reversed, because this is wanting to reap the fruits of your labor. It's still elusive. This new beginning hasn't happened yet. This person wants this, Capricorn, and it is still out of their reach for some. Maybe it's not the right time exactly right now, but they're coming. But that, I think, talks about something that ends, something else, kind of. But this person is coming to be with you, and they want this badly, and they feel like this is just a little bit out of their reach right now. So we're not sure what that exactly means, but this person's coming to love and cherish you. That's how I feel. We're going to end this reading, Capricorn, and thank you so much for joining me here. God bless you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Look for my astrology video tomorrow, you guys. I'll pin it at the top of the comments. Get your psychic reading on, right? Yeah. Thank you so much, you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the little bell. Thank you.